Not every piece of art needs to be a huge showstopper to be impressive. Sometimes it's the small, simple things that can be the most enjoyable to draw. In one of my walks one day, I noticed these little gumnuts growing on a eucalyptus tree. I thought they had such an interesting shape and texture, so I decided to take some reference photos and give them a go in colour pencil. And honestly, taking my own reference photos can sometimes be the most difficult parts. Getting the lighting just right, making sure I can clearly see all of those light and dark areas, and finding an angle that shows off the shape of the gumnuts can make a huge difference when it comes to time to draw. So in this video, we're going to look at how I created these smooth, realistic gumnuts using colour pencil. The first thing I want to focus on is getting the outline right. When you're drawing something realistic, your proportions are really important. Even if you get all of the shading and the colours right, if the shape or proportions are slightly off, it can affect the realism of the finished drawing. So take your time here. I'm lightly putting in the basic outline and checking the shapes as I go, making sure the different sections and proportions match my reference photo. Once I'm happy with the outline, I can start working on it with some darker pencils. I'm using the darker browns to establish the outline and, more importantly, start mapping out where those darker sections are going to be. I find this really helpful with realism because we're not just colouring in the gumnuts, we're really looking at the different values. Where are the darkest areas? Where is the light hitting the surface? And where are those beautiful little transitions between the two? I like to complete one at a time. It keeps the process nice and simple and means I can really concentrate on what I'm seeing rather than just working on everything at once. Once I've mapped out those darker areas, I can start adding some of the light base layers. I'm gradually building up the colour rather than trying to get everything in at once. Adding in some of the yellows and oranges. These warmer colours are really important because they give the gumnut that lovely natural earthy tone. I'm slowly layering the colours, building up the saturation as I go. Then I can start introducing some of those darker tones. I'm using colours such as black, burnt umber and burnt sienna to deepen the shadows and create more contrast. One thing I really like about working in layers with colour pencils is that you can gradually build up the depth. You don't necessarily need to press really hard straight away. Instead, I'm building the colours slowly and allowing each layer to continue to the final result. Once I've got some good coverage, it's time to blend. I'm using a colour pencil blender to help smooth out the layers and push the colours together. And then I can also use a brush to help create that really smooth surface. This is where the gumnut starts to look much more polished. You can really start to see the colours come together rather than seeing individual pencil strokes. Once I've allowed that layer to dry, I can go back in and add some more of those darker values. This is a good time to resaturate some of the colours that may have become a little lighter during the blending process. And then one of my favourite parts is adding the highlights. I'm using a white waxy pencil to bring back some of those really light areas. These highlights are what helps give the surface that smooth, rounded appearance. And I think this one's looking pretty good, so let's move on to the next gumnut. But if you feel like this explanation is going a little bit too fast for you, remember this is a full real-time tutorial over on my Patreon. There'll be a link in the description for you to check that out. I currently have around 90 tutorials over on Patreon, with a new one coming out every month. For the second one, I'm following pretty much the same process. Again, I'm starting with the outline and paying close attention to the proportions, but this time I'm really also thinking about where the lightest sections are. I want to make sure that I'm leaving those areas nice and light rather than accidentally covering them with too much colour. Another tip is to go over these light sections with your white waxy pencil. This will create a wax resist and stop the pencil from going over these lighter highlight sections, helping keep them nice and bright. From there, I'm gradually building up the base layers, adding those mid-tones, then slowly working towards the darkest tones. And again, we're looking at the values rather than just the colours. This is something I think can make such a big difference when you're trying to recreate realistic artwork. It's very easy to look at the reference photo and think, that's brown, and then reach for a brown pencil. But if we really look at it, there might actually be yellows, oranges, reds, warm browns, and even almost black areas all working together. So I'm consistently assessing those darker and lighter values as I work. Once I build up the colour, it's time to blend again. I'm smoothing everything out and making those transitions between the colours really nice and soft. After it's had a chance to dry, I can come back in with the darker pencils to strengthen those shadows once again. And finally, I can add those little white highlights. These tiny details can really bring the gumnut to life. So when you're working on something like this, don't be afraid to keep checking on your reference photo. Look at the darkest areas, look at the lightest areas, and compare them to your drawing. It's those differences in values that are really going to create the illustration of a three-dimensional object. Once the gumnuts are looking good, I can start thinking about the shadows underneath them. The shadows are important because they help ground the gumnuts and stop them from looking like they're just floating on the page. I'm also making sure to bring a bit of that orange into some of the outlined areas and the shadow sections. Even the darkest sections, there can be warmer colours hiding underneath, and adding those little touches can make the overall drawing feel much more natural. Finally, I'm adding a few little highlights with a gel pen. These really bright highlights can add that final touch of shine and help emphasise the smooth surface of the gumnuts. And there we have it, some simple little eucalyptus gumnuts brought to life with colour pencils. I think this is a really great example of how you don't always need a complicated subject to create realistic artwork. Sometimes it's simply about slowing down, really observing your reference and paying attention to those light and dark values. So the next time you're out on a walk, have a look around and you might just find your next drawing sitting right there in a eucalyptus tree. And remember, this is a full real-time tutorial over on Patreon. The link will be in the description. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.